right, welcome back. Today we're talking with Anthony Romero. Anthony, how are you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I just want to thank you for taking time, and it's always a pleasure having a fellow Canadian on here.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me. It means a lot for guys like you to get our name out there, and yeah, I'm excited for this.
Well, I was just gonna say because you're just over in Welland there, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, just a little bit down the road there. That's awesome. Yeah, so I just want to jump right into it. You're getting a chance for a PFL contract here on the excuse me Challenger Series. How did you get this opportunity? And was there any possibility that you were going to stay in Fury FC?
Well, this opportunity just came from just being patient after my last performance. I believe that my last performance was pretty well done, and that's what the big promotions were looking for. For me, I wanted something big after that performance. Uh, I did exactly what people wanted me to do, and I believe that it was my turn to call the shots and get something big. So thankfully, PFL gave me the opportunity, and now it's just on to the PFL. They got first dibs. So
Well, and obviously you're going to be fighting for a contract. So was this kind of the first thing that you thought about, or were you hoping that PFL was going to sign you right away?
yeah, I got a couple different offers. I like the way that PFL is doing things now. They're getting big names signed to the promotion. They're getting their name out, and they're really building their brand. I find very well with the whole Jake Paul thing. Former UFC fighters are now into the PFL, and it's just growing, and I want to be a part of it. So I'm excited.
And before we go any further, I couldn't help seeing the shirt that you got. Who made that design for you?
Well, my older brother got it done for me, but he has a buddy that got it done. I believe his name is Kevin, and yeah, they did a good job with it. A lot of memories in this shirt, past fights, contender series fights, all that kind of stuff with the GTA theme. So yeah.
And speaking about you got a chance to even perform on the contender series. You got the win, but obviously it didn't really go anywhere. How do you feel going into this matchup, knowing that you're kind of in the same situation, fighting for a contract?
I'm excited. I believe that I will perform. I will perform to the best of my abilities, and then from there it's just it's out of my control. So it's just performing and focus on what I can control, and then hopefully they don't mess up this time. I know the PFL wasn't their fault last time. It was the UFC, but now they have the opportunity to take what a lot of people are saying, the next prospect in MMA, and hopefully they take advantage of it.
Well, you speak very humble about yourself. That being said, though, the PFL they don't seem to be too kind with giving out contracts. I know a couple ladies the other night. I mean, one has fought on the Challenger Series many times. But what is it that you feel? What are the skills you possess that are going to show the judges that you felt?
I believe it's the experience, the ability to mix it up. I'm not just a wrestler. I'm not just a striker. I'm able to have fun everywhere, and I think that's what they're looking for. They're looking for well-rounded fighters, not someone who's going to hold the person on the ground for 15 minutes or just move around the cage. They want someone who's going to be entertaining, and I believe I'm that person. Especially coming off that last fight, I believe there's no limit. So.
And your opponent, Tony Caruso, I probably got his name wrong. You're fighting him on February 17th. What do you think about your opponent? And if you ever get a potential finish in this fight, could you describe that finish in one word?
Like I said before, he's a good opponent, well-rounded, pretty good everywhere. whereas a lot of people are going to be at the highest level. And I'm just excited. I believe the knockout's going to be pretty spectacular. I guess that'll be my one word, spectacular. But yeah, like I said, I'm excited just to perform. The big stage is where I believe I belong, and to show my skills there just means the world.
That's awesome to hear. And speaking upon that, there are several Canadian talent in the PFL currently. How much would it mean to you to be the next part of that journey of the PFL Canadians?
I think it'd be an honor. There's not a lot of us out there, and to be representing the country of Canada, it means a lot. So it's something that I definitely want to do, and yeah, I'm just proud to be able to represent the country.
Awesome. And I guess to go to the next question, how did you get the nickname? Besides you being obviously pretty smart.
I'm smart in the cage. I don't know outside. Other than that, but yeah, I think it's just be able to mix it up, create new avenues, new moves that work for me that not a lot of people use, and just finding the smartest path to victory. And I believe I do that every fight, and I guess that's where I get the name.
And I obviously this is way down the road. I understand you're focused on your fight, but let's say you get that contract, you go all the way, you win the finale. I mean, you get that $1 million contract, or excuse me, you get that $1 million bonus there. How would that change your life, and what would be the first thing you got to spend it on?
Well, I'm getting married, so the majority of that would go into the wedding. After that, I'd like to buy a house. I've said before I want to help out my parents. I know $1 million these days doesn't go a long way, but of course, invest it in different things to get more out of it. But I definitely want to help my parents from all the things they've done for me in the past as well. So.
100%. And you just mentioned that you're engaged. So speaking about being a fighter and being like I guess not a family man, but just being in a relationship, what's probably the most difficult part being a fighter, but also being a partner at the same time?
I don't think it's too hard when you're with the right person. I know there's a lot of people that maybe have a partner that doesn't do do sports or have an athletic background, so they don't understand the time that goes into building your skill set, going to practices. So my fiance understands that. She's a wrestler at Brock University, and she knows the time you have to put in to get better. And I'm thankful that I found that person. So yeah.
I know it's primarily on your mind at the moment, but you talked about going to Brock University. What is it that you graduated with, and is there any plans to maybe do that way down the road?
I graduated with recreation and leisure. But right now, I currently own a gym in Port Colborne, Genius Fitness MMA. So that's kind of my focus as my career path, to own a gym. I'm also, of course, fighting as well, and that's pretty much what I do throughout my day. Is I go train, I go teach, I go sleep, and then I do it all over again. So it's something that I've always wanted to do, and to be my own boss, it just freedom. So.
And lastly, I meant to ask you this before, but some of the judges they've had on the PFL lately, a lot of the celebrity judges have been, some really big names, maybe guys or maybe figures that you really looked up to growing up, as we've grown up together. That being said, is there any kind of nerves performing in front of some of those icons?
No, not really. Not. Um, they're there to do a job, and whatever their opinion is of me, that's their opinion. I can't really control it other than performing to the best of my abilities, giving them a show, and I guess hope for the best after that. Because if they pick me, awesome. I appreciate it. If they don't, I respect the decision. Hopefully, it's a good reason this time. And other than that, I'm just excited to perform in front of people like that, perform in front of my family, and I'm just like I said, I'm excited for the opportunity.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad to thank you again for taking your time. I know they don't give us a whole lot of time. I know you're a little early, but that's okay. I just want to thank you again for taking the time, and good luck on the 17th.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.